Okay, what up, people? It's your boy Chief back again to do the player ratings of the Arsenal versus Valencia performance, where we ran out 3-1 winners. And it was a good performance, let's be real here. Mm, Maybe a good performance to stretch. It was a gutsy performance. That's what I want with the title. Let's stick with that. And we had to show some bottle. We really did. We had to really show some bottle. Uh, because after the first 20 minutes, we looked shook. I mean, let's call it what it is. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, horrendous 20 minutes. Kolasinac, to be honest, I think Kolasinac had a great game, I'll be real with you. Um, Actually, the people that had good performances surprised me. I actually thought Koscielny had a really good performance until he had to come off for the injury. And considering he was battling an injury from early on, I thought he did really well. Mustafi, I'm going to give credit where credit's due here. And I know there have been a couple of people that have been like, what? Mustafi, I actually thought did really well today. You could see he was motivated to do work as a former side. I had a couple of Mustafi moments. You're not going to not get that from Skodran Mustafi, but actually, I thought he tied it up really well. Tied it up really well. When he went to ground this time, it was to clean up. There was never a time where I thought Mustafi's going to cost us here. There was one stupid foul he made in the second half, and I was just like, oh, come on, Mustafi, man. But I'll be honest, I thought he dealt with everything. I can't. I have to be honest. One thing that no one will ever accuse me of is I'm biased against anyone. And yes, Mustafi would still be top of the list of people I get rid of. But I'll be honest, I thought he had a good game today. Sue me. Quite honestly, I'm glad because if we are going to get rid of him, he needs to make sure he puts himself out there. We need someone to be fooled that he's a decent defender. So yeah, um, I thought Czech did well. I thought it was the right move to bring off Guendouzi. That weren't the game for him. That weren't the game for him. And I thought we looked a lot better once Torreira came on. We looked a lot more settled once Torreira came on. And actually, the two people that impressed me the most was Aubameyang and Lacazette. I thought both of them were excellent for slightly different reasons. The only thing I would say for Lacazette, bro, you should have had about 6 goals. That's the only thing I'd say. But he was constantly working hard, pressing, closing down their defenders. Him and Gabriel got into it in the second half. It was really interesting. And I think a lot of people asked the question, I swear these two played each other like not that long ago. Did they or did they not? They did. It was very brief. I thought Aubameyang was excellent. Kind of played, particularly in the first half, he played more towards that left hand side, and then in the second half, funny enough, actually drifted over to the right hand side. Um, so he let Lacazette be the focal point, and he worked around him, which I actually really liked. He's done that once before as well. He did that against Chelsea, and I thought that worked really well. And we saw another example of that today. I thought Mesut Ozil played well. I thought they paid him a lot of respect, actually, because once Ozil got the ball, literally every time he got the ball, they dropped off 5 yards. Just go and watch the game. Every time he got the ball, they dropped off 5 yards. And I think that just played to Ozil's kind of talents because it was just like, all right, cool. If you're going to give me the space, no problem. Anyway, let me get into the player ratings. So here is my 1 to 10 rating for each of the Arsenal players. Let's start with Petr Cech in goal. See, me and Lee got into it at the start of our watch along. He was bitching about the fact that Leno hadn't started. And don't get me wrong, I would have started Leno too. But I also think people are going a bit nuts over the fact that Cech was starting, like Cech is Almunia or something. It's like, bro, Cech ain't been that bad. Relax. He's got this. And actually, he couldn't do anything about the goal that was conceded. I thought did really well. There was one-on-one. I thought he did excellent. I think it was against Gamero, and he raised his right knee slightly. And I thought that was a really good stop. I thought he did really well. And I'm going to give Petr Cech, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I bet he gets 7s from most people. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Right? Let's start with our 3 centre backs. Laura Koscielny, I thought Laura Koscielny did really well, particularly to battle the injury that he was battling. Cleaned up nicely, led from the front, really tried to finish the game as well, but I think he could see, all right, if my season's over, my season's over, but hopefully I've done the most I possibly can for the team. We're going to miss him for that away tie. That's my worry. That is a big worry. That away tie, I don't know if Mustafi can have 2 back-to-back really good games, but he did well. So I'm going to give him a... I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Socrates, I thought did well as well. Wasn't spectacular, but did what he had to do. I thought was composed for most of the game. I'll give him a 7 out of 10 too. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to give Mustafi an 8. I thought Mustafi was good. I don't give a damn. Hate on me. I thought he was really, really good. Really good. Yeah. I'm going to have to give him an 8 out of 10. Believe me, this pains me more than it pains you. I don't like Mustafi. I don't have anything against him personally. I don't rate him, is what I should say. I'm trying to remember something he did wrong, like wrong. I don't really remember anything. And he was involved in everything. Actually defended on the front foot, which was really good. You know me, Chig knows defenders, but that was a good performance, yo. That's a good performance. I'm not suddenly saying Mustafi is good enough for Arsenal, but I have to be honest. Give credit where credit is due, and it was due today. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped something. Let's go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I ain't going to lie, I thought he had a horrendous half an hour. But then just finished off the first half pretty well and actually finished the game very well. And I think that was actually pretty indicative of our performance in this match, where I felt like I think I was less nervous than Lee as the game started going on, because I thought the first half an hour we had to ride it out. I ain't gonna lie, we had to ride it out. We're making stupid little errors. We looked nervous. But then we started to find our momentum, find our flow. And I think the real Arsenal started to show up. And then that, kind of transpired into the game as well. I think we finished it strong, and so did Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So I'm going to give him a 6 just because I think the game started so badly. But the 6 is a representative of him finishing it well. So I'm going to give him a 6. Kolasinac, kid, bruh. If your thing is you attacking, you've got to be better at attacking. Because you ain't a great defender. Attacking-wise, though, it's a problem. But he'd fluffed every cross up until then. But then when it mattered in the 92nd minute, he did a beautiful deep cross. Really, it was harder for Aubameyang to miss for that third goal. And I've got to give him credit for that. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10 as well. Granit Xhaka. Oh, man. Here's another one who had a horrendous 20 minutes. And then I think he started to realize, hold on, if I just peel to the left, I could start winning in balls. And then he started picking up space. And I thought, okay, maybe he's starting to do something. And then he started to improve, and then he started to dip again. And I think you're always going to get this kind of in and out performances from Granit Xhaka. I didn't think he was amazing, but I think he did enough. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Guendouzi, I'm going to be real with you. I thought I thought he was our weakest link, to be honest. I felt like if something was going to happen badly, it was either going to be him or it was going to be Ainsley Maitland-Niles. But then as the game started going on, I saw Ainsley Maitland-Niles improve, not so much Guendouzi. I didn't think he was terrible, but I felt like if a missed straight pass is going to happen, it's going to come through him. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Let's start with Mesut Ozil. I think Mesut Ozil was excellent. And when he got the ball, like I said earlier, I think they just dropped 5 yards. They were terrified of him. And you know, I think for the first goal, I don't normally like to. I'm not going to talk about a pre-come assist, as Lee would say. I'm going to talk about the actual influence on the goal. And I thought that started from Mesut Ozil. Beautiful through ball for Aubameyang, and then Aubameyang, really, it was harder for him to mess that up. And then just passed it to Lacazette, and it was light work. It was 1-1 within no time. And I thought Mesut Ozil largely in the game was very good, very effective. Towards the second half, started to dip a little bit, but I thought it was good largely, and I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Aubameyang. This is what I want to see. You got yourself a deserved goal, but it was the hard work that I saw. So it's like, bruh, so this is the second time this season I've seen it. I've seen you do off-the-ball chasing. I've seen you do off-the-ball running. You did it against Chelsea at home as well. Why can't you constantly do that? That's my only thing. But you could tell he was exhausted by the end of the game. But I thought, no, good. That's because you put in a good shift. And I was happy with that. I was happy with his work. And I'll give Aubameyang, I'm tempted to give him a 9, but I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Lacazette, you should have 10 out of 10. And at least 4 goals. At least 4 goals. But I thought you were very good, worked hard. And I think more of the Lacazette that we've been used to this season rather than the last 4 or 5 games. No, I was happy with this. Very happy with this. Could have been even better. But yeah, 9 out of 10. Thought it was very good. Let's talk about the substitutes. Torreira came on, instantly settled it. Like, instantly just settled the game. His energy, they were ready for it, they were prepared for it. And I thought the gap that was there, or the potential vulnerability that was there where Guendouzi was on the pitch, this was the point where I relaxed. I was fine. My only frustration was, yeah, but we need a third. But other than that, I didn't think we were going to concede once Torreira came on. So that's a testament to him, and I give him a 7 out of 10. Monreal came on very late in the game. I thought was fine. I'm just going to give him a 5. And who was the other substitute? Mkhitaryan. Oh. 5 out of 10. The manager picked an interesting team. I thought he made a mistake actually with Guendouzi, which he then rectified. Made a big call on the Mustafi one. Maybe he felt that Mustafi would have the right mindset going into this game. It being his former team, he'd want to play well. He'd want to show that he can rise up to the occasion. And to be honest, he did. And that's an Emre call. Play Czech, even though there was a lot of pressure to play Leno, let's be real here. And I thought Czech did really well and rewarded his faith. So I'm going to give Emre an 8 out of 10. Made some big calls, but largely got them all right. Largely. Not all of them, but largely. So you guys let me know what you think. What would your 1 to 10s be? Leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, crush, destroy, drop kick that like button for me. I appreciate when you guys do that. If you haven't had an opportunity to watch mine and Lee's watch along, where are these videos normally floating? Click click on one of these sites. The video will be there, and check that out. All right, I'm out of it, people. Take care.